My name is Macintosh.
Well, congratulations, Mr. McIntosh. You have a house.
Yes!
Welcome to Blank Check Podcast, the podcast. My name's Rob Haddon, not Mr. McIntosh, and you're listening to the premiere, after the premiere, of the first episode of Blank Check Podcast. Here we talk about everything blank check. If you listened to episode 1, we kind of brushed on the surface. We told you about Preston Waters, and that's about as far as we got, thanks to my co-host, who is on the phone with me right now.
Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka.
And there he is with his timely music catchphrases.
Of course, that's my catchphrase. My name is Martii, and I have 2 eyes in my name.
And 1 eye in your face.
That's why I was going to say that next.
Oh, there was a long pause. I thought you were waiting for me.
I was waiting to figure out how long I was going to pause. And I had not come to a conclusion yet, but now I realize that I waited too long.
Would you say that when you were thinking, you drew a blank?
Oh, just like the check in the movie Blank
Yes,
Check.
Just like the check. It was blank.
Oh my God.
It was blank
Rob,
in the movie.
you are good at this.
I know. I've been doing this for a while. How long have you been doing this for?
Doing what? Talking on the phone?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, since I was a little boy. Or girl.
Yeah, we don't know. And we might never, because you won't tell us. Anyway, so here we are, episode 2.
Can't wait to talk about some blank checks with you, Rob.
One of your top 5, my favorite film.
Yeah, did we ever get to my actual top 5? Did I rank them last time? I don't think I did.
No, you didn't rank them. Let's hear it.
All right. Number 1, never to be replaced. Flubber the movie. Not to
As
be
opposed to
confused
Flubber the TV show.
with Flubber the TV show. Flubber the book, which was very good.
Which one came first?
Oh, I don't even know. I think they were actually done simultaneously.
Really?
Yes.
That's impressive.
Someone was on set writing the book, and I think his name was James Patterson. And he was standing there watching Robin Williams perform his magic. I'm a big Robin Williams fan.
You know.
And they're filming Flubber, and James Patterson's there writing Flubber the book. And then every time they call cut, James Patterson would jot down in his little notebook.
Oh, he wouldn't write during the filming.
No, you weren't allowed to.
Interesting.
Because the sound of the pencil on the paper was actually interfering with the mics.
What kind of mics were they using?
Very sensitive microphones.
Got it. Okay.
That's what, hey, this is just what I've read.
Mics built to pick up crowd noise?
This is just what I've read on the Robin Williams fan sites that I run.
How many do you run?
I got my GeoCities.
Ooh.
I've got my Angel Fire.
Yep.
I've got my hometown.aol.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got my robinwilliams.com.
So now I have a theory, actually, now that you mentioned this. You know how, like, hipsters and young kids are into, like, retro shit?
No.
Well, they are.
But I'll take your word for
Yeah.
it.
Like, they like old shit because it's, like, ironic, right? Like, they're getting back into, like, vinyl.
Sure.
I
Or, like,
honestly think...
90s movies.
Yeah, exactly. That's why this is going to be so unbelievably popular, overtake step by step, and I won't have to deal with Chris ever fucking again.
And he's still on vacation?
He's on vacation again.
Or again?
He's on vacation again.
He takes a lot of vacations.
Every
this
2
guy.
weeks. Every 2 fucking
He
weeks.
takes a vacation every 2 weeks?
I don't know where he's getting the fucking money from, but yeah, he's just fucking he's in Playa del Carmen this week.
Again?
Again. I mean, his wife and my wife and our kids left and went to Playa del Carmen for Christmas, and
I
now
remember.
he's finally catching up. Yeah.
Wow.
You listen to the show. That's great.
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah. Well, because sometimes when we talk to you, you're like, are you guys still doing that?
I mean, I'm trying to neg you.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Just so we, keep
so
coming
that
back.
you love me.
Yeah,
and
it's
that you realize that I'm the only one who would really love you back.
I mean, I do the same with my wife, so I get it.
Yeah, by the way, your shirt's stupid.
Really?
Just kidding, I can't see
Aw,
it.
that's right.
Marty got him, and here's the old Marty got him sound effect.
It's an interesting choice, but okay.
That's been Marty's got him here on Blank Check Podcast, the podcast.
So anyway, back to my point of young kids and hipsters and that shit, they like old shit. So I actually have a theory that I think like AOL.com and You've Got Mail are going to come back into vogue as a retro thing. Like all of a sudden you'll see all these young kids with AOL.com email addresses because that'll be like cool because it's weird and old.
Oh, I see. And their ringtone will be "You've Got Mail."
Well, maybe not. Probably not that. But maybe, maybe like the old Nokia ringtone.
You know what
They're
my
like,
ringtone
Chris,
is?
That's still Chris's ringtone, and he does it unironically.
You want to know what my ringtone is?
What's that?
It's "You've Got Mail," the movie.
Really? The whole movie?
The whole movie.
Just the audio?
It's the audio track it's mixed, but it's the audio track from the entire film "You've Got Mail," starring Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, and Dave Chappelle.
That's right. Dave Chappelle is in that movie, and I
figure.
still to this day do not understand why.
But guess what? Every time my phone rings, I have to let it play because I love it.
I'm pretty sure in that same year he did You've Got Mail and Blue Streak.
Oh, and I think I was ranking my movies, and guess what? "You've Got Mail" is climbing up there.
Yeah? Not in the top 5, though.
It is number 5 right now.
Oh, it's number
Yeah.
5. So where's Blank Check in this?
Oh my goodness. Blank Check is still number 3.
Okay. What's number 4?
Oh my god. Well, at one point it was The Sixth Sense, I think.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think that movie holds up.
I wouldn't know because I never saw it. I was just trying to sound cool. And everyone's like, oh, everyone knows the twist ending in that. And I'm like, of course they do. Everyone knows that. And I'm like, I don't know what the twist... There's a twist ending, apparently, Rob.
Well,
I don't know if you know that.
Well, so spoiler alert, it turns out...
Don't tell me.
he's dead the whole time.
Don't tell me. Good thing I didn't hear you.
Yeah, all right.
Anyways, "You've Got Mail's number 5, only because every time my phone rings, I hear the whole movie straight through.
That's great. How do you feel about Sleepless in Seattle?
What's this?
It's the other one with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan that
They made
isn't
another
Joe and
movie
the Volcano.
together?
They've made a few.
They made another movie together?
At
It's
lea-
not called "You've Got Mail"?
They've made at least 3 together.
It's not... Okay, well then just tell me this. It's not a movie where they're romantically involved and maybe they fall in love at the end?
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
What?
Yes, yeah.
And I haven't heard of this film?
No, I guess not. It came out in the late 90s. Sleepless in Seattle.
Early 90s, maybe?
Yeah, I think, again, they're maybe emailing each other. Or maybe they're taking out I think they're taking out radio ads.
Don't tell me they meet at the top of the Empire State Building at the end. Don't even tell me.
It's definitely a rooftop, if I
Don't
remember
tell
correctly.
me.
It might
Don't
be.
tell me. It definitely
I
is
think
the
it, I
Empire
think
State
it
Building.
is definitely the Empire State Building. I think they're at the observatory at the top of the Empire State
Yeah,
Building.
I think that's where they definitely would be if that was real.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I believe you. But anyways, if that movie exists, I'm going to go check it out. But anyways, Blank Check.
Blank check. So where did we get last time? Because really, what I want to get down to is I want to get down to the plot. The plot twists, the actors, and kind of everything about the movie, right? I want to go deep on this one.
Let's go so deep.
And we've got So, where we left off is Preston Waters has just been...
Preston Waters is his name.
Yeah. It's got to be one of the most... Yeah, it got to be one of the most made-up names ever. It's like, let's just think of any guy who goes to a private elementary school for $30,000 a year in the 90s. Preston Waters.
It's certainly one of the most made-up names of all time.
He gets hit by a car, right?
Did you know that his father is played by James Reborn?
I did know that, yes.
You did?
I did, because
Cool.
I did some research before we did this show.
Well, me too.
And if you're a big fan of Ace Ventura, I have a big surprise for you coming up.
I hate that film, but yeah.
Well, Tone Loc's in it. Funky Cole Medina.
Oh, of course, yeah. My
Yeah.
favorite song.
Really? Funky Cole Medina is your favorite song?
Like most of America, yes.
Yeah. To your point, no more time needed to spend on
Should
this.
I rank my favorite songs?
I'd love to hear at least the top 3.
Funky Cold Medina, number 2.
Number 2 is Funky Cole Medina?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was number 1.
These are in reverse order. There's only 2.
Okay, what's your other favorite song?
Did I say there were 5?
No, you just said, let's rank my favorite songs.
Okay, well, there's only 2, and we're going in reverse order, and 2's the best.
Okay.
Number 1,
Yeah.
also my least favorite song of all time.
Oh.
I've only heard
Are you
2
only
songs.
aware of 2 songs?
And the one, whatever I sang at the beginning.
Yeah, and the one you sang last week.
How Bizarre by OMC.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can see that being your least favorite song ever.
Do-do-do, 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 do-do-do.
Are you gonna say the lyrics or you just
There are lyrics to that song?
Yeah.
What?
How bizarre.
No.
Yes. Why do you think it's called How Bizarre, Marty?
I don't know. Why is anything called anything?
Usually because there's the words in it.
Why did frickin' Chopin call it the frickin' Blue Danube? Yeah, I don't know if he wrote that. Maybe it was someone else.
I don't know enough about Chopin, honestly, to have this conversation with you.
I don't think I do.
And honestly, this is not about Chopin. Chopin is not on the soundtrack for Blank Check.
My point is there's no lyrics in classical music, and the classical music songs still have names. Just like How Bizarre by OMC.
You would consider How Bizarre by OMC to be part of the classical era?
It's a classic in my house.
I'm not sure that they feature that song yet on Mozart in the Jungle, but when it comes up, I'll let you know.
Please do.
Okay. So, Blank Check podcast is about Blank Check, as I've said. So let's get into it. Preston Waters, backed over by this guy. And this guy doesn't have time to deal with this.
Oh
so
my
he just writes him a blank
Toe
check.
Loke is in Blank Check.
Marty.
Yeah.
I just told you that.
No, you just told me. You mentioned that he has a song, and of course I knew that because it's my favorite
Well, you
song.
said who's Tone Loke, and I said Funky Cole Medina.
Yeah,
And now all of a sudden you're excited that he's in it?
Yeah, I'm very
I'm
excited.
glad that you're excited because Tone Loke is honestly one of the top 10 rappers of all time.
Well, apparently he's one of the top 10 actors of all time. 'Cause
Well,
he's in Blank
yes.
Check.
He's in this, and he's been in Ace Ventura.
Rest in peace.
Pet Detective. Rest in peace.
Doesn't he die?
Ace Ventura?
Yeah.
When?
At the end of the movie.
Of one?
I don't know.
Well, there's Ace Ventura and Nature Calls. There's a sequel. He does not die.
Oh, okay. I've been mistaken.
Yeah, no,
Go
he's
ahead.
the hero.
I've been talking to my buddies over at Best Buy about this.
Laces out, Dan.
And sure.
Yeah.
But we've been having very deep conversations about film over at Best Buy, and I've been saying my theory was Ace Ventura's not dead.
Well, yeah, he's not.
And that's a fan. I thought it was a fan theory.
You thought that was a fan theory?
I thought I was the only one who thought that.
You thought you were the only one who thought he wasn't dead.
And
Your
it's-
conspiracy theory is that he's not dead.
This stupid fuck Jim,
Oh,
who
God,
works
Jim.
in the TV center, and he's talking about some other shit.
You should smack him on his cheek. That's what you should do.
Well, yeah.
But for talking that kind of shit.
I smacked him right in both of his cheeks.
Yeah. On his face?
Both of his face cheeks at the same time.
Oh, wow. You did like you smacked him and then you held it and you shake him a little bit?
Yeah, I did him the old smack and shake.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they kicked me out of Best Buy.
As they
again.
should. You assaulted one of the employees.
He's a fucking nerd.
By the way, that's cool now. That's okay.
Nerd Squad. Oh, nerds are cool now?
Yeah. Do you not watch CBS? Oh, wait, your grandmother died, so you probably don't.
No, Nona was a big fan of CBS.
Yeah. Did she watch a lot of Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did, in fact.
Yeah.
In fact, it was on when she died.
Really? See, this is actually something I've always wondered. I have a theory that people who are watching CBS or any of like the late night shows that have high ratings, I want to know what % of those people on the Nielsen panel are actually dead while watching.
So they died.
I assume your Nona died while watching a TV show.
She died watching Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
And it was right after her driver's ed test. She came right home to watch it.
Yeah, well, she drove right home.
Yeah, and she drove home as fast as she could.
Yep.
In fact, she was evading police.
Your Nona is an interesting woman, I have to say.
But we don't have time to get into that.
She lives with you in your very interesting marriage and is very cool about it. And then after her driver's ed test, eludes police on her way home.
Yes, she was going so fast. She was going so fast, Rob.
Oh, she wasn't avoiding them. They couldn't catch her.
Well, at first, she was speeding, and they were trying to pull her over for speeding.
And she went pedal to the metal.
And then it turns out she had the fastest car known to man.
What?
Yes.
What was she driving?
Oh, I want to say it was a Ferrari, but I don't even know. You couldn't actually ever see it long enough because it was going so fast.
Got it. I just assumed it was like a Mercury Grand Marquis or something.
Oh, no, not in years. But she took the governor off of it. She was frickin' flying.
You think that Ferraris come with governors?
Hers did.
Really?
Well,
they were
do.
like, look, it's got a lot of juice. We really can't have you going over 30.
Here's what you don't know is that they all do. And if you know a little thing about how to take the governor off of a Ferrari like Nona did, you could go as fast as the fucking wind.
You know, a lot of the time the wind's only going like maybe like 5-8 miles an hour.
Shut up.
Marty, honestly?
Anyway, she gets home. She's trying to catch Big Bang Theory. She flies.
Oh, that's why she was going so fast.
Yes.
She doesn't have a DVR. She doesn't know what
No,
VOD is.
no.
This woman is linear TV,
She
appointment
needs-
television. If it's not on, she hasn't seen it.
She gets home. She runs in the house. She parks her little butt right on that sofa. And guess what's on?
Big Bang Theory.
Young Sheldon.
No.
She had a heart attack right there.
I'm sure she did, yeah.
Dropped dead right
Well, she
there.
probably thought she went back in time.
She was very confused, is what I have gathered.
Yeah. How can people be old in one show and then the next half hour it's a 30-year younger version?
Rest in peace.
All right. So anyway, let's get back to Blank Check. I think we're still in like the first 5 or 6 minutes of this thing. All right. So this guy who runs over Preston Waters, writing a check. He's like, "How much does the bike cost?" Here's a check. Kid's holding a blank check in his hands.
Oh, and you know what that sound means, folks? We're out of time.
Oh God.
We'll see you next time on Blank Check Podcast, the podcast, right, Rob?
That's right. So
I only have a very limited amount of time. I'm sorry, I told you this before.
You did tell me that. If we don't get to the whole point of this thing, you're sorry. And you know what? Apologies are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Not everybody.
You don't have... next time.
We'll see you next time,
The next
folks.
time Chris goes on
My name's
vacation.
Marty.
My name is Rob Haddon.
Happy to